Hey everyone, it's me, Ethan here, back at it again with another video, and today we have the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian by Hot Toys. So without anything else to do, guys, let's get right into this video. So guys, as always, the first thing we take a look at is the box. As you can see here, it's an awesome portrait of the actual figure here. As you can see, that Hot Toys has done. You got a great picture. You got his giant blaster, the figure himself, and then on top of that, you can see we also have Star Wars down here. And then also we have the cigar band, which now we also have another picture of Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. He even says his name here. And again, see it here as well. And then you get another picture of now Mando flying this time. So that pretty much wraps up the inside, the outside of the box. So with that said, guys, let's take a look at what's inside of it. So guys, as you open up the box, as you can see, it is the traditional Hot Toys box of a shoebox design where you just slide it off on the top here. And the first thing you get to see is actually the little art print that they made. Again, awesome picture of Heavy Infantry Mandalorian again. Looks great, or Hell Vizsla, if you guys want to call him that. So, great picture. Again, you got Star Wars and Heavy Infantry Mandalorian on the bottom there. And then as you open it up, as you can see, this is where your figure would be. This is where the jetpack would be. And then behind the jetpack, this is where you would have your giant blaster machine gun. And then down here is your accessories. You see we got a flame effect. It's not a flamethrower effect. It's for the jetpack. And we have a couple extra hands as well as extra ball joints or wrist pegs. And then below this, of course, is the stand. With that said, guys, that's the inside of the box. So before we actually get to the figure, guys, here, let's take a look at the actual accessories. I almost forgot about this. But as you can see here, it comes with a good portion of accessories. Again, this isn't everything. His weapon is actually on the figure right now, and the reason for that is because it's kind of difficult to take off, but we'll talk about that later. But with that said, guys, he does have a few more accessories actually on the figure himself right now. But as you can see here, with the ones we have laid out right now, we have the dynamic flight pole, which is what he comes with to make him fly. So it's about the same one as Iron Man. Again, stay tuned for a video on Iron Man because I do have the Mark 85. So again, you're able to pose Heavy Infantry Mando flying. As you can already tell, it even comes with actual fire effects for his jetpack, as you can see. And then on top of that, we also have the hook where you hook the figure around. So again, this is it's still a pretty beefy one. You might have a little bit of trouble getting around the figure just because the figure, again, is very beefy, and you'll see that here in a second. Moving on here, as you can see, again, we have even now the stand. Stand's pretty cool. Again, let me try to get it there. As you can see, it has Heavy Infantry Mandalorian on it, as well as Star Wars. And then you can see they just glued a piece of paper onto the top here, and there you go. There's your stand. Again, it's not bad, but again, I wish they had it where you could actually choose between a normal stand or one with the sticker on here. Because anyway, it's cool. It does have a texturing to it, so it's not like just a piece of paper they put on there and it's flat. It still has a bit of a roughness to it. It's almost like a sandpaper, but a very, very, very light sandpaper. So it's not really close to it, but you can feel it. Moving on though, as you can see, we also have his blast effects for the jetpack, as you can see. Oh shoot. But again, pretty nicely made. You'll see these even with Beskar Mando once the video comes out with him, so that should be coming out here shortly. But as you can see though, very nice weathering on here. It goes a bit more of a darker orange to a lighter yellowish orange, which is pretty cool. So again, they're pretty much the same mold. You just put them on each side of the jetpack. Then to the hands now, as you can see, he comes with more hands for his right than for his left. And then another thing that's cool about, you can honestly actually tell the difference, even though you probably could already, by different colors, which is cool. So he comes with 3 hands for his left and then 5 hands for his right. As you can see here, with first one we have is a saluting hand. So this is the one, if you can recall, or if you haven't seen Mandalorian, first season that is, he ends up saluting Mando as he flies away. So this is a hand that you could put on to your heavy infantry Mandalorian figure if you want. The display him where he's flying and he's saluting Mando. Then here we have more of a resting or relaxed hand. As you can see, again, you can even see the detail that's on here with the different armor piece. Really cool. And so that's that hand. Then we have a pair of fists. Again, the only difference between the pair of fists are just the different armor piece back here, as you can see. And then here we actually have, here is the pair of hands that hold this blaster. So they're not like ordinary blaster hands where you get like a trigger finger. This time it's literally just gripping hands, and he's just holding on. He's holding on to the gun. So again, it's pretty cool. You can even see the weathering on, or the detail work on the actual brown piece here too, which looks pretty cool. You got all these nice chips and no dents yet. No dents actually. And then here's his other resting hand as well. So, and then on top of that, for the weapons now, we have his first weapon, which is actually his blade, or Vibro Blade. Sorry, I was blanking on the word for a second. But as you can see here, again, very nice detail work. Blade's pretty much, it's very long, honestly. It's the longest blade I have in my collection, but it's pretty cool though. So there it is. Well, I guess except for lightsabers actually. But anyway, that's more of a normal person weapon, more than lightsabers. And then the last thing here we have is actually the instruction manual. Yes, this is my first time actually showing you guys what the instruction manual looks like. But I felt like, you know, if you're a new collector, you might want to see what the instruction manual looks like for Hot Toys. But as you can see here again, just shows you how to clip on the jetpack. On top of that, there's this little pin, which I'll show you in a second, that slides out, where you can store his blaster. And then on top of that, you have your instructions showing you how to build your dynamic flight pole. And then here's just a few different warnings saying don't exert the figure or he will potentially break. But with that said, guys, that wraps up the accessories. So with that, let's actually move on and look at Heavy Mando himself. So guys, here is Heavy Mando himself. As you can see, standing right in front of us. First thoughts, he's definitely a great figure, but he's one hefty, big dude, that is for sure. I'll show you guys that right now. As you can see, nothing about this guy even makes him look like he's small in any way. As you can see from the side here. And what I'm going to do now is actually compare him just right now to Beskar Mando, which, yes, this guy will be on a next video here shortly. Thinking about either doing a video on him or doing a video on Iron Man first. But guys, let me know, guys, in the comments down below what you want to see first, Beskar Mando or Iron Man. Again, you know me, I'm mostly doing Star Wars stuff, but if you want to see a Marvel figure just to break it out from the rest of them, definitely let me know in the comments. But as you can see here, though, you could definitely tell the difference between a standard issue Hot Toys figure, I guess you can say, compared to their more irregular kind of figures. Or what I mean by irregular, not their normal type of character they're doing. So let me move this actually so you guys can see what I'm saying here. Again, major difference here is the size on the side of the figure here. As you can see, Mando here is actually pretty skinny. I know his cape is blocking that, but as you can see though, he is pretty skinny compared to Heavy Mando. But again, that's show accurate. So, but again, just to go show you guys, this is a big dude, and I'll show Mando here in a second, standing side by side, so you guys can see the actual height difference too. But anyway, with that said, guys, he is definitely a beefy boy. Then as we come here on the back, the first thing we'll talk about is actually his jetpack, and this will even show you his size difference too. So in the jetpack here, as you can see, we got a few more different scratches, some dents here, nice paint of orange. It's more of a yellowish orange, but on camera it's actually coming off as a brighter orange. It's more of a dull orange, yellowish orange. But again, still pretty cool. We got a few more details here. We even have some fire effects on the bottom of the jetpack here from where his thrusters have been. As we come down here, as you can see, we have the giant chain that runs to his gun. So again, this is more like a chain gun in a way. Again, awesome detail on the blaster. Handle down here moves up and down. Handle here does nothing. This handle moves side to side, but you only, again, farthest it goes is to this, and the farthest it will go out here is to here. So again, I'll show you guys that later though. Again, since the jetpack, or the gun is put on his jetpack. And then as we come up here, you can see we got some nice gun barrels here. Really reminds me of Browning 50 cals. So again, I think that's where they got their inspiration for it. And on top of that, we got the ends, which are more of this metallic blue, which is pretty cool. Now going to the front here, as you can see, he has a great helmet design as well. Very cool. Again, you can move this head all the way around. Doesn't even matter. That's how high he will look. I think you could probably even make it higher, but again, I'm not going to try it right now. But as you can see on the helmet here, we got some nice light blue accents as well on the more of the mandible part here. Again, we got some more details up here where we have these tiny triangles. I don't know what those are meant to be, if there's some type of insignia or something, but that it's there though. It's pretty cool. Up here we got some more dents and scrapes. Let me get my camera to focus here, as you can see. But as you can see, again, got some more dents and all that. So again, this guy has been through a lot of stuff. He's got a nice little range finder, which is pretty cool. And then that's pretty much it for the helmet. On the back here, before I forget, you got some more detail here. You got vents and then some more scratches as well. But then coming down here to the upper chest part, as you can see, we got some more detail work here. We got some more scratches, and on top of that, some dents here. But it's got a nice color of blue here. As you can see, even for the helmet was like that too. And even for the shoulder pads here is pretty cool too. So now, speaking of the shoulder pads, as you can see, the armors on both sides are pretty much are not the same. Here again, we have more of we have his left shoulder pad, as you can see, which has but yeah, again, so here's the Mandalorian insignia on here. But going down on the arm, as you can see, we have some nice, this more yellow. Again, it's a darker yellow, but on camera it's coming out as a brighter yellow. But as you come down here, we got his tube that plugs into his actual flamethrower here, which is a pretty big flamethrower, as you can see here. This gauntlet though is pretty cool. We got some buttons here and a few more buttons here, but then we got some scratches around here. So again, this guy has definitely been in battles for sure. And then in the back here, we also have the knee pad. Now both arms have this. So that's like the only main piece of armor that's actually the same on both arms. Again, each gauntlet is different as well. Now coming back over here to the right arm, as you can see, we got a different shoulder pad design. It's a bit bigger. And on top of that, we got now a blue one instead of a yellow one down here. And then we also have the blue elbow pad. Did I say knee pad on the other side? Well, I meant elbow armor back here, as you can see. And then coming down here, as you can see, we have his other gauntlet, which is more of a brown color. And again, it's got some more scrapes on it, which is pretty cool, and paint chipping on it as well. Then coming down here on his belt, as you can see, we got some pouches here. So again, it's not that much going on here. Again, this isn't like pleather material like Mando's belt. Well, Mando's belt actually is pleather, but the accessories that are on his belt are not pleather, as you can see. And that goes the same thing here with Heavy Mando. Again, so these are all sculpted and placed on here, which are pretty cool. So we got these two are the same, and then the ones at the back are exactly the same too. Same pieces up here. Again, I don't know what these are for. They could be grenades or something. I don't know. And then on top of that, we got this other piece here, which is pretty cool. And then on the back here, he's got more of this like cape looking thing. It is connected on the back of the belt, which is pretty cool. It's got some wear to it as well, but overall it's pretty cool there too. Then moving down here, we got a different material here, which anyway, I think is pretty much almost the same as here, but it's a little bit more rough. And then we got his cup protection, I guess you can call it. And then, but skipping that, as you can see, we also have his thigh armor, which again, these are pretty much almost the same in a way, but not necessarily. This has more of a front armor piece that's just welded on. This one just doesn't have that, even though they are pretty much almost the same piece, but not really. But again, we got some more dents here. We got a dent here, and again, everything else there though is scratches, which is pretty cool. Then coming down here, again, we got knee pads, which again, the knee pads are also different as well. As you can see, anyway, they're the same color, but just different design. Over here on his right one, you can see we got a lot of damage going on here. A lot of paint's been pushing off, as well as you can see, it's kind of been possibly brown underneath this before, or it's either a bit rusty, which to me, it looks more like it's rusting, but at the same time, it looks still pretty cool. Then on his left knee pad here, you can see, again, different design, but not as much weathering going on here, but still a good portion of weathering going on here as well. And then if you're wondering how these are held on, we'll go to the back here as well. Not that much going on in the back too, but as you can see here, for the knee pads, they're actually held on by these nice little straps here too. Then on the back, again, nothing really going on here. Not too much weathering going on, but still there's some stuff going on. There's really nothing on the top of the thigh armor there, but again, nothing really to see in the back here. Everything's more in the front. And then even on the front here as well, you can see we got some more scratches going on up on the shin pad here, or shin guard armor piece. And then also on top of that, the left one, this one you can tell is actually blue. And it's got some more weathering to it, some dents up here. And then everything else is scratches and chipping of the paint. And then on top of that, here you go, we have his boots, which are really cool. Very big too. Maybe could be a size 17 in real life. I have no idea. But again, they are pretty huge compared to other shoes. But the only thing I've noticed is that actually these boots are almost similar to how Mando's boots are. Which again, I'll show you guys that later on in the video here. But again, you can see we got these big pieces that go across the seam line of where the foot would meet the actual armor here, as you can see. Now, these do kind of move, but at the same time, I would read the instructions for that, because I honestly, the only time I've seen these move is when you move the foot. So you could lower them down a bit, but you can still see they're not like fully posable. They really seem to only go down a bit, and then you just have to raise your foot back up and then set it down in the way you want it. So again, it looks like he's all armored up, and then on top of that, even his toes are armored too. So again, got some nice detail work going on down there. But guys, that pretty much wraps up Heavy Mando. So with that said, now we'll go into the final thoughts, and I'll let you guys know if you guys should get this figure. So with that said, guys, let's get right to that.
So everyone, pretty much my overall review on this guy. He is definitely a great figure. A lot of detail has been put into him, and a lot of time and effort has been really put into this guy, even though for like a release that still costs like $281, just at its normal retail rate, that's not including taxing or shipping or anything. Still not that bad for mostly what he comes with. I know he doesn't come with a lot, but at the same time, a lot of the stuff that he comes with is actually on the figure. All the detail work on him and everything. It's really what makes up his costs, besides having not that much accessories. But again, if you are interested and trying to pick your Heavy Mando figure up for yourself, sadly, Sideshow has actually sold out on this guy. This guy hasn't even been really released at all. So again, he did the same thing like Director Krennic and Han Solo Mud Trooper did, where they pretty much sold out before they even hit the market. So again, guys, if you are trying to find one, sadly, Sideshow doesn't have any openings anymore. So if you are interested in trying to find them, definitely look on eBay or see if any local collectors near you are selling this guy. But with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see more content like this. So again, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.